Today, I'm finally going to be doing my um, DNA results. Now, this is technically kind of late because I got these results a few months ago. So I did the 23andme. Um, I did their test and then I submitted it and then I got my online report. So it didn't come through the mail, kind of like I was hoping and expecting it to, because I wanted to have a physical copy, for my own records. But I could always print the reports out, or there's they have like this cool picture book of your ancestry and DNA results that you can order. So eventually I'll get that too, so I can have like an actual physical copy in my hands of my DNA results. But for now, I've been wanting to do this video for a while and I'm finally going to do it today. I've been trying to decide how exactly I'm going to do it since I don't have the physical copy with me. So I basically just pulled up my online account and I'm just going to read um, from my computer, which is what I'm filming on now. I'm going to read my results. I'm not going to read because I got like, a lot of reports. Um, I think like what, close to 100 or a little over 100. I have to check, but it's a lot, and I'm not going to read all of that. We're going to be here all day. I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but I wanted to read the portions that I found really interesting, like my ancestry, where I came from, um, and some traits about my genetics, like physical traits and other traits like that that I found super interesting. So I'm going to share that in this video. So yeah, I'm going to get into it, but yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually, this is going to be kind of tricky because I can't insert pictures because I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to edit to do that. So you're just gonna see me reading off what's on my screen. So I'm gonna minimize this. Um, and okay, maximize, minimize. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna start with the ancestry first, and I'm gonna move on to. Let me explain. I did two reports. I did ancestry and then I did health. If you want the health added on, it costs extra, but from the results that I got, it was all worth it. It was just really awesome. I'm glad I did this. I've been wanting to do this like for some years, and now I've finally able to do it. So it's like a really exciting journey. Um, so yeah, and then there's like even more. I'm sure there's a vast amount of information on my DNA because DNA contains like an insane amount of information about us. So I know there's more than this, but this was pretty good for what I got. So all right, ancestry. Now, um, this didn't surprise me because I know I'm black. I know I'm not Asian. I know I'm not white. Um, I know I'm not any other race but black. Now, I'm not 100% black, of course, as you can tell by my skin tone, and um, I am mixed race. So I'm going to get into that. But according to my DNA results, I am 63.1% sub-Saharan African. So majority of my genetic composition is black, basically African, sub-Saharan African. Um, So yeah, that part didn't surprise me. I read that, I was like, oh, but now I know which part of Africa that my relatives are from. Where my DNA is from, basically. So that was pretty cool. I got a specific, um, specific location of where it's at. So yeah, and so like all my life when I've been filling out forms and they ask for my race, I just put black. I'm like, one day I'm gonna find out since I know I'm mixed race, like what percentage of black is in my blood. But now I'm just gonna continue putting black when they ask for my race because now I know for sure that I'm mostly black. But I mix with other stuff, and I'm gonna get into that too. So, all right. So 45.1% West African, 25.7% Nigerian, 6.8% Ghanaian, Liberian, and Sierra Leonean. Most of these places, I know on the map, but some of these are kind of new to me. Some of these places I never heard of before. 5.4% Senegambian and Guinean. So I've never heard of Senegambian or Senegambia. 7.2% broadly West African. 17.6% Congolese and Southern East African. I am 16.2% Angolan and Congolese. Now we're going into the like really small percentages. So 0.2% Southern East African, 1.2% broadly Congolese and Southern East African, 0.4% broadly Sub-Saharan African. So, like I said, over 60% of my genetic makeup is Sub-Saharan African. And then I went over the smaller components of other places in Africa that my genetic composition comes from. Now I'm going to get into my quote unquote white side or white Caucasian side of my blood. So this was exciting to read also. All right, so here we go. European, I am 34. Sorry, guys, my eyesight is crap, so I have to lean in a little. 34.8% European. So, yeah, I don't know. When I first read that, I was like, because I knew I was mixed with white and black and like maybe some other things, but now I know the exact percentage. That's like really cool. Um, Now I know for sure I'm mixed with white and black, and now I know like the exact percentage of black in me and white in me. Yeah. 34.8% European, 32.5% Northwestern European, 27.5% British and Irish. Very familiar with those two countries. 2.9% French and German. Too bad I can't speak any of these languages. That will make it even better if I can speak the languages of the countries I'm from. I can speak Spanish. That's pretty much it, other than English. Anyway, getting off topic. 2.1% broadly Northwestern European, 1.7% Southern European, 0.9% Spanish and Portuguese. Now, here's the thing: I wasn't overall. I was happy with my results, but there were a few things that I was disappointed in, and I was pretty sure when I looked in the mirror that I kind of looked, I don't know, Spanish. Like maybe I had some Spanish mixed in me, and I was kind of hoping that would come up because I don't know. I just feel like a connection to Spanish culture, to like to I don't know, like South America, even though that's kind of broad, but like I don't know, like I just feel connected to that culture. And I don't know, someday I might, fly over and visit parts of South Africa. Like I might visit maybe Spain. Mexico's kind of dangerous. Maybe there's some safer parts of Mexico. Brazil, um, Portugal, since some of that's in me. Places like that, Italy, because I kind of feel like a connection there. I don't know, maybe it's because I took a lot of Spanish classes when I was younger and I had a really cool Spanish teacher, so I was kind of like exposed to that culture for some years, and so I don't know. Maybe I gained like a connection. But yeah, one day I might visit, see all these places. Uh, but yeah, this says 0.9% Spanish and Portuguese. So yeah, it was a lot lower than I was expecting, but I mean, at least it's there. Some small portion is in there. Small portion of Spanish. Um, 0.4%, even smaller, that's Italian. 0.4% broadly Southern European. 0.5% broadly European. Now, this was interesting because I thought I had some Native American in me too. 0.6% Indigenous American. So that's pretty cool. 0.6%. All right, it's repeating. Western Asian and North African, that's 0.5% of my genetic makeup. 0.5% Northern West Asian. 0.5% Iranian, Caucasian, and Mesopotamian. That's quite an interesting mixture there. Okay, 0.4% unassigned. So maybe that's, I don't know if that means unknown. And I can click on, some of the details here to see exactly where these places are at. Get some more. Here we have scientific details. But yeah, that's basically, the gist of it. Over 30% is European. I'm over 30% European, over 60% Black or Sub Saharan African. So that's my ancestry in a nutshell. Uh, see if we have, excuse me, any scientific details. All right, so it's just explaining how they came up with my results, basically. It's got a map. This is really detailed, by the way. I mean, which is good because for the money I spent, I'm glad it's detailed. And once again, like, hopefully I can get um, a physical copy of all of this. That would be great to have. But for now, it's online, so that's great too. I can always log into my account and revisit all of this when I want to. So okay, I do want to move on to health and um, I don't know. Health, it was good, but there were some reports that were kind of like, I won't say concerning, but they were like surprising, and they were, I don't know, I guess they were concerning to me at first, but like the website says, it's not a diagnosis for anything. If I want to get diagnosed, if I want to get checked out, I have to go to a doctor, of course. This is just, my DNA results telling me, for my health side, it's telling me not only where I come from, but like what I'm genetically predisposed to having as far as diseases and things like that. So I could use that for my benefit. Like, it gives you like tips on, how to avoid certain, avoid certain things, like to take better care of your health, basically. I'll get into it. So I'm not sure if I'm explaining it that well. Yeah, so I'm gonna get out of ancestry. Um, yeah, because it gets even more detailed. Um, I'll just read a little. So for Nigerian, for example, whew, excuse me, I'm sorry, yawning so much. Got up kind of early this morning. For Nigerian, it says um, I can't pronounce some of these. Oh, these are not detected. Are there any detected? Yeah, I'm gonna move on. It's just like listing some of the tribes, but it says not detected. So um, I've only looked at this report like I think twice. I looked at it by myself. I looked at it with some other people I was close to, and I shared it with them. So I didn't look at it, too often. So I'm gonna have to navigate this. Um, but yeah, let's move out of ancestry and go on to health. So let me see. Well, it might all be ancestry. No, here, health and traits. Okay, this was interesting too. Um, I can't decide which one I liked more, the ancestry report or the health report. I'd say that I like both of them. I like the ancestry a little better because at first I was just going to get ancestry because that's what I wanted. I didn't really like care that much about the health part of it, but I just decided, to get the full package, I'll just, get health and ancestry together. But I was looking forward to receiving the ancestry part, so I did like enjoy reading that a little better than the health, but I like reading all of it the same. All right, so this is health. Finally here. Okay. Just give me a few minutes because I have to find exactly where I was last time. All right, heart health. I got 3 reports. Sleep quality. Like I said, I'm not gonna read all of this because we're gonna be here for a long time. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get to the parts that most stuck out to me. All right. Wellness. Traits. All right, here it is. Traits. 34 reports. I don't think I'm going to get to all 34. I'm just going to go to the ones that, um, the ones that I liked. All right. Explore the genetics behind your appearance and senses. So yeah, there were when I was reading this, the my genetic traits. I got some reports about what it said about my hair, which I was kind of hoping it would, because it's part of my physical traits. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm gonna get to that. All right, so here we go. All right. Like I said, I'm gonna skip some of these. Um, all right, dandruff. Pretty much everybody hates dandruff, including me. But a lot of people have it. Do I have it? I'm gonna get to what my report says, but I mean, yeah, I think I do. The reason why I say I think is because I eventually want to go to a trichologist, which is a doctor that deals with hair, or a dermatologist, um, to see if I actually have dandruff. But just looking in the mirror, like if my hair gets too dry, then yeah, eventually it'll get dandruff flakes. Not like, enough to be too noticeable, but it's definitely there. So it says my genetics predict 61% chance I have never had dandruff, and 39% chance I have had dandruff. So more of a percentage that I haven't had it. So I don't know. Maybe that's something else. Maybe that wasn't dandruff. Maybe it was just. I mean, because I think dandruff is a dry scalp. But let me see what the full report says. Going on 20 minutes. Um, Not even like halfway done, or I feel we're not halfway done yet. But that's all right. I won't be too worried about time because, reading my DNA results, that could take a long time. So it says, Kalia, based on your genetics and other factors, you are less likely to get dandruff. Dandruff is a common skin condition characterized by flaking of the skin or on the scalp. So yeah, it's like those everybody knows like pretty much the white flakes or is it yellowish? I don't know. My flakes are kind of white, so I don't know if that's dandruff or dry scalp or thing. Um, because my hair and scalp are clean, but because I've washing my hair more frequently than I used to. But of course, my hair does get dry, so maybe I need to moisturize it more. Well, this report's saying, my higher percentage of chance of not getting dandruff. Okay. Males are more likely than females to report they have had dandruff. Okay. One possible cause of dandruff may be negative reaction to microbes living on the skin. All right, so I won't get too much into the scientific explanation. I want to move on to. I mean, you guys can look up dandruff and how people get it, but I'm going to move on to the next report. So let's see. I'm going to go back. I hope this doesn't take me too far back. Okay, loading. All right. Yeah, I think this took me too far back. Sorry about that. Oh no, wait. Oh no, here we are. I'll go back up to the top. Okay, dandruff. Eye color. Dark brown eyes. You can pretty much see that. I mean, you'd be surprised if you guys did this, like, or if you have done this, probably surprised at, like, how detailed and specific they get into, like, everything about you. Like, we got freckles, which I know I don't have. Okay, here, hair photo bleaching. Um, my genetics predict I have 72% chance of experiencing 72% chance you experience hair photo bleaching. I forgot what that was. I gotta click the full report. 28% chance you do not experience hair photo bleaching. That has something to do with like the sun hitting my hair and changing color or something like that. Let me click the full report. Uh, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. We'll see what this full report says. Uh, based on based on your genetics and other factors, your hair is more likely to lighten with sun exposure. So that explains what hair photo bleaching is, but I don't doesn't really explain if that's a good or bad thing. Let me keep reading on. Basking in the warmth of a sunny day in one way to lighten your mood and your hair. Photo bleaching is what happens when hair color lightens after long exposure to the sun. So it's summer right now and I try to stay out of the sun as much as possible, cuz getting too much sun that can increase your risk of skin cancer and, you know, um, other issues with my skin. So I try to stay out of the sun, period, like as much as possible so I don't damage my skin. So when I can, I try to find some shade, especially when it's summer like it is now. If it's cooler, then it's fine because I need that warmth. But I try to get at least a little bit of sun when I can, as frequently as I can, especially since the weather is nice. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe this summer I was exposed more to the sun, but to be fair, I was pretty much cooped in for months for the winter, so I guess that's fine. Guess I'm kind of catching up with my vitamin D. But yeah, overall, like too much sun is not only not comfortable for me, but it's not healthy. So I try not to get too much sun exposure to the point where it's unhealthy. I try to get like a healthy amount of sun, and then after that, I retreat into the shade. But I'm still outside. Um, so as far as my hair, I guess I don't like. I notice my hair kind of changes color to more of like auburn, and I can kind of see like the reddish, blondish parts, highlights in my hair. So I don't know if that's like the color. Well, I'm going to get into the color of my hair and like other parts of my hair. But I don't know if that's due to that, like the actual color of my hair and the sun is exposing that, or if that's the photo bleaching it's talking about here. Um, so yeah, it doesn't seem like my hair has been affected too much by that because it's still like pretty dark brown color, just like my eyes. So yeah, but yeah, I have a higher percent chance of hair photo bleaching. Never knew that. You learn something new every day. All right, so enough of that. Gonna go back. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Like this is my third time reading it, and I forgot a few things. So some of this is like rediscovering it again for the first time. Like that. And so, just to explain, the one all the way to the four is the kinky, coily, really curly hair type. So you have a really straight and then like wavy, slightly wavy, going up to really really tight coils. So I was trying to figure out where I was to like so I can know my hair type, so I can start better taking care of my hair and know what products to buy. So I still like this gave me a much better idea of what my hair type is. Um, I have mostly wavy hair. I can see that when I take down when my hair is like all the way down. I can see the waves definitely, like they're really defined. Um, if my hair is wet, I can see like a mixture of textures, mostly like curls. Like when my hair is like really wet, I can see the curls come out, especially when I brush it when it's wet. Like it's really my hair's springy and like really coily and curly. But I would say they're kind of like loose curls. They're not like really tight curls. Like the waves are still in there. So yeah. Um, so now this gives me a better idea of what my hair type is instead of going off of the number system. Because I don't know, like, at first I thought my hair was in the fours because it was like thick and dense, in my opinion. Um, a lot of people, they have a mixture of like different hair types. That's definitely in my case. Like I can see it when I look in the mirror, and now this is confirming it. So 45%, like my hair is wavy, so that makes up the majority of the percentage of uh, majority of the total. So my hair is mostly wavy. That's like the dominant texture of my hair is wavy. So that's cool. Um, 24% chance of straight hair. Um, yeah, I don't really see that. Like I said, I mostly see waves and coils, curls. Um, but yeah, I was kind of surprised to see, 24. That's kind of like high for me. Like I was expecting a lot lower percentage, like maybe 5%. I don't know. Like I was expecting 24%, but yeah, I got some straight hair mixed in there. Like it's funny because when I was obsessed with straight hair and straightening my hair when I was really young, I was like, God, why didn't you give me straight hair? Like I hate that you didn't give me straight hair. Like I'm so mad at you. Like I think I've shared that story before, many years ago. And like I said, I've gained better appreciation. Yeah. I don't know. It's like now my opinion has changed a lot. Now my viewpoint has changed. Like I kind of like that I don't have bone straight, pin straight hair. Um, I really like my hair texture. Or mixed. Um, but yeah, I don't. I have a 1%. That's makes up 1% of my hair. And I can see that in my hair. Like I said, my hair is like loose curls. Um, Come on now. Gotta love the internet sometimes, huh? All right, here we go. All right, light or dark hair. I know my hair without even looking at this. Well, I looked at it before, but my hair is mostly dark. Well, let's see. 67% chance of dark brown hair, 16% chance of black hair, 15% chance of light brown hair. I can kind of see that. Can't really see the black. I don't know, maybe it's mixed in with the dark brown. 2% chance of dark blonde hair. Uh, Greater than 1% Yeah, that's greater than 1% chance of light blonde hair. So yeah, again, that pretty much speaks for itself. We don't need to go uh, more into that. I can see that just by looking at my hair. It's mostly dark brown. All right, red hair. 99% chance you do not have red hair, but 1% chance I have red hair. Like I said, I can kind of see in the light that those auburn, like reddish streaks. I don't know if hair color changes over time, like as you get older. When I was younger, I saw like these reddish, auburnish, this reddish auburnish streaks. That's what they were, streaks in my hair. But now, like, I can see, I can't really see it that much. I can still kind of see it, but I see more like blondish types. I don't know, but I guess I have a different hair colors and different hair textures. It's really cool. Really cool finding all this out. All right, let me do skin pigmentation and get a break from hair for a second. I'm gonna go back to hair. But skin pigmentation, 58% chance of light brown skin, as we can see. Well, 17% chance of light beige skin, 11% chance of olive skin, 8% chance of dark brown skin. Uh, oh, I wish they didn't use these colors. 5% chance of moderately fair skin. 1% chance of very fair skin. So, okay. Unibrow, I know I don't have that. Oh no, wait. 53% chance I have a little bit of a unibrow. We're going to skip over that because I don't see that. But I guess if you look really close, like really, really, really close to my face, I don't know. Maybe that was it for the hair. Yeah, I think that's it for. I thought there was something else. Or maybe that was it. Okay, going on 40 minutes. What else did I want to get into? I know I mentioned there were some things that I saw in my report, my health report, that were like slightly, I don't want to say negative because, like I said, it wasn't a diagnosis, but let me just go there and see. Like it said, like I was genetically predisposed to like certain diseases, and I might go through a few of those. I wanted this all to be positive, so I was just gonna skip over that, but um, let me see. I'll just go over some of it. Here it is: health predisposition, genetic factors that may influence your chances of developing certain health conditions. Okay. Yeah, and then I think this, I'll let that be it after this. I don't think I'll make a part two. Um, unless you guys want a part two. But I think I'll just stick with this because this is long enough. Um, so yeah, and if I want to get, any more details, because there's like other stuff I can purchase to get more reports about myself. So in the future, I might look into that because I want to know as much about me as possible. All right. Um, Let me go to health predisposition. I've got 14 reports in that category. So let's see which ones I'm going to share. Okay. So, all right, age-related macular degeneration. I was kind of concerned about that because I literally mentioned like earlier in my video about my crappy eyesight. I'm not joking about that. I've worn glasses when I was younger, and I don't know why it started hurting my head. Maybe it was the my glasses prescription, but eventually I stopped wearing them, and so to this day, like I still have eyesight problems. Um, it's getting like a little worse, I think, because my eyesight is like really blurry. So that's why occasionally you see me like leaning into the screen because I can't see from this distance. And this distance is kind of close, but it's still kind of blurry. Um, I believe I'm nearsighted, so I can't see uh, far away distances. I think that's nearsighted. I can see like up close just fine. But yeah, my eyesight is getting like more and more blurry. So eventually I'm gonna go to an optometrist. I think that's the eye doctor, optometrist, and see if they diagnose me with, any eye disease. Hopefully not. But I know I definitely need glasses or contacts. I wanted to get contacts, but anyway, enough with the rambling. Um, it says I have an increased risk for age-related macular degeneration. And if you don't know what that is an eye disease. I've looked through these reports. It's an eye disease. Let me click on it, see if it gives more details. All right, age-related macular degeneration, or AMD, is the most common cause of irreversible vision loss among older adults. The disease results in damage to the central part of the retina, the macula, impairing vision needed for reading, driving, or even recognizing faces. And now that I mention that, like, I do have a really hard time recognizing people. Like, I can meet somebody. Um, if it's close up, I'll remember their face. If they're like from a distance away and I meet them and I see them like a little while after that, I'll literally forget who they are in that short amount of time because like since my vision is blurry, I can't really like recognize their face. So if I see them again, it'll just be like I'm meeting them for the first time. So I hope people don't take that personally when that happens, but it's just my eyesight, can't really control it. um but yeah, reading for now is okay. Like I kind of have to lean in close, and driving, I don't drive, so no issue there. um So it does say like other factors can cause it, and like your family tree. Yeah. Um, I think it gave some tips on like what you can do. But I've just been like to take better care of my eyes. I've been wearing sunglasses a lot, especially during summer when the sun is out more. I've been wearing sunglasses, and like I think I'm gonna get um, a specific type to block out the UV exposure. I think I have two pairs of sunglasses. I think one of them already does that. But yeah, um, taking steps to better take care of my eyes. I think getting eyeglasses is the next step. We'll see. Hopefully, it doesn't hurt my head and my eyes this time. Okay, the variants included in this test are common in many ethnicities, but are best studied in people of European descent. Yeah, well, I'm like 30%, 34% European, so I don't know. Okay, where are the tips? Okay, the risk of developing AMD increases greatly as a person ages. The condition is rarely diagnosed in people under the age of 50. So Yeah, it's a low percent. Like if I see an optometrist, they may not diagnose me because I'm only 28. So I don't know. Like as I get older, I may get diagnosed with AMD. Hopefully not. Okay. Diet. Eating a healthy diet has been associated with a reduced risk of developing AMD. I have been trying to eat healthier with my diet, not just for my eyes, but just for my body as a whole. All right, so that's just one report. I don't want to like. There's more that they're saying, but I'm gonna move on to the next one. I don't know how many more I'm gonna do. I'm enjoying making this video, so I might just make a few more. All right, let's see. Her, all right, type 2 diabetes. That's another concerning one. It says I have an increased likelihood of developing that. That's another thing I've been trying to um, cut down on my sugar intake. That is very, very, very hard, as most of you may be able to relate to, um, especially in this country where uh, diabetes is like really high. So, yeah, and I think this has a lot to do with just my ethnicity too, because I'm, black mostly. So I do have an increased risk for developing diabetes. That's why I am trying to early on trying to better take care of my health so I'm not like um, doing it when it's too late in that stage of my life. Um, but here's some good news. Parkinson's disease, there's no variants detected for that. Late onset Alzheimer's disease, there's no variants detected for that. This is all neurological. So I rely on I take great pride in my intelligence. That's how I've been able to get so far in school. I take great pride in that, and I want that to continue. I want to continue to have like good brain health, brain mind health, taking care of my brain. So as I get older, my brain won't fail me like it does for a lot of older people. But if you take care of it, then you'll um, you won't have those issues later on in life. So yeah, I think I'm gonna cut the video there. There's a lot of information. Like I said, it wasn't all because there's a lot of reports that I went through, but I'm not gonna do all in this video. I just went through the reports that I wanted to go through and share with you guys. Um, Hopefully, like you found it interesting. I definitely did. I'm definitely gonna continue this journey. Going on. Um, but yeah, for right now, I'll always have this report um, online whenever I want to look through it again, and I definitely will. Uh, Especially when I want to look up some of the locations where I'm from and um, better research these diseases that I do have a genetic predisposition toward. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna put this back on full screen. But yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed making this video. I've been wanting to make it like forever, so now I finally made it. I enjoyed like getting the reports. If you guys want to do 23andme or like, I recommend like doing the like DNA results, but I highly recommend 23andme because the price is like well worth it for all the stuff that they give you. It's incredibly detailed. Um, and yeah, like the process itself is easy. Like all you gotta do is spit into this little tube, shake it up, package it up, send it off. It's really really easy. It took me a few minutes. Like I think I sent it off that day, like the day, either the day that I received it or the day afterwards. But it's super easy, the whole process. And then like you don't have to wait too long. Um, then you get your results, and then yeah, I I've been wanting to do it, and like I don't regret it. And so yeah, that's it.